Today, I'm going to take you in the house at my kitchen table, and we're going to sit down and we're going to do some coloring. And no matter how you're good or bad or whatever, it doesn't matter. Just get your crayons out, get your coloring pages out, get your pencils ready, get your markers ready, because we're going to color. Hey, we are at my kitchen table, and I want to show you what I'm coloring. Now, I started off coloring the water. Now I'm going to color the trees, and I colored the little girl at first, but I kind of gave her some highlights and stuff. So you guys want to color along with me, just get your colors and get your crayons and take your books and color too, and we'll talk. Well, let's get our color page started here. Again, I'm picking up coloring the trees. Now I start out with a light color, because light you can color over it and make highlights is what you can do. And you know what? It really encouraged me to work with color. And so that's where I'm at today. Now, I didn't start out learning how to shade and learning how to color, but you know what? You don't have to know all the ins and outs. You can just do it for happiness. I met some people this week who told me that they really love to color, and they were older than me even, and I'm 62, so if you're out there and you're older than I am, maybe, or younger than I am even, and you just need some time to reflect and kind of help yourself relax, you know, coloring is a good way to do it. And there's no real, I guess, a way to color your own self. You just color and have fun doing it. So you can see as I'm doing this that I'm making the trees, actually I'm making them two different colored greens. Now my ability to color and use the rule of a light and a medium color and a dark of the same family. Now you have these two colors. One is light and one is darker. Now, in these two colors, you can make it darker or lighter depending on how hard you press the crayon. And I'm using Starjoy Gold, and I'm using Colors. They're both really good colors. Starjoys are soft, and they're they lay down the pigment very good. And a lot of times, you know, they're not paying me to advertise for them or anything, but you know, I went through a time where I tried all kinds of different art supplies and tools, and part of the things that I found out were, you know, there's a lot of similarities between off-brands and you know, like generic or what they call budget pencils, and they're as I color this, you know, I understand that some of the colors, you know, they don't lay down as good. This happens to be a coloring book that I picked up at Walmart, and I have been coloring in it for a while now, and it's one of my favorites. And I found it at Walmart, and it's called Coast to Coast. 45 regional scenes to color, and you have all these different scenes to color. And from time to time, I'll show you some of my pictures that I've colored. So I'm going to keep doing this coloring, and then when I get through, I'll bring you back and I'll show you what the trees look like. I'm just about finished with the trees. See how when you highlight how different it looks? It makes it stand out even more. Putting a few, highlights in it, and just kind of building up your leaves and your trees and building up the leaves, and how you're going to do it. I enjoy practicing this kind of thing because, there's more than just one color in a bush or a tree. There's all kinds of colors, shades of green and shades of possible brown and all that kind of good stuff. Well, I got that part done. And like I said, I'm no pro, but I really enjoy it. I'm sure there's a lot of you out there that enjoy it too, right along with me. Okay, so we will try our very best to get it in here and let you see up a little bit closer. See all the trees, the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees. All right, so now the next step is to do the clouds and the sky. Well, we're back. I colored in the sky. It's a light blue. Now I'm going to work on the clouds. And how I'm going to do these clouds is I'm going to use the white. This is titanium white, color. I'm going to color in the clouds. You won't be able to see it, but it will brighten up the clouds quite a bit. Just like this. Color them real good. I've kind of highlighted a little bit around on them, around the outside edges. It kind of helps to make them stand out more. That's what I think anyway. What do you think? I'm sucking on a piece of candy right now because I felt like my throat was getting dry. I've been coughing a lot lately. I think it's just all this hot grass mowing and stuff. People mowing their grass, and it's just so hot. That grass gets everywhere. And see, I'm just gonna color all these white. All these clouds are gonna be white. And after I get done coloring the clouds white, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do next. I'm going to take a white extra fine tip Artisto paint marker. It's oil based. I don't know if you can see this or not. Yeah. Extra fine tip. Okay. But we're going to color the clouds white first. We're going to use that white paint marker to do something fun with it. Just a minute. I'm going to put some highlights on the page. Oh, there comes a time when you got to put a little bit of highlight on your page. This has been a fun page to do because it's summertime. And I looked at this page and I thought that would be a good page to color because it's summertime. Kids going in the pool or getting in the creek or just, playing in a splash a splash pad. Some kids enjoy those splash pads just about as good as they do anything else. I've seen them. Somebody showed the other day that you can take a noodle, one of those pool noodles, and put some holes in it down the noodle, and then run your water hose in through there to where it squirts up, through the noodle, and it's kind of fun. It might be fun for even smaller children who don't like a lot of the water coming down on their heads. My little granddaughter used to be that way. She didn't like it when the water would come down on her head. She was afraid of it. Yeah, but then we found a way to help her not to be afraid. If the water's coming up from the ground, like in a splash pad, it doesn't seem to scare little children as bad. I've really enjoyed coloring this picture. I'm glad you're here with me to color it with me. I want to start actually coloring more pictures, and I got some more field trips I have planned in the next few weeks. I want you to make sure you come. Okay, now we're going to take this white pen and we're going to put some highlights on these clouds, if you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to start over here at this white cloud, and I'm going to put some of this white highlight, and we'll cover up this dark circle. This dark line. Just cover that line up. Yeah, cover it up. Kind of color over that a little bit, and that way the lines won't show as bad on the clouds. And then you have to kind of do around a little bit on the outside edges and do that, and it helps to make the clouds look like they're better, kind of poked out there in the sky like fluffy clouds do. Yeah. See? When we get done doing this, I'm going to show you something else you can do with this paint pen. Yep, I'll show you. None of my little granddaughters have dark hair. Does your grandchildren have dark hair? All mine are blondies. Well, she's the oldest, honestly. She's 23, and she's big. And I miss her. She lives in Tennessee, and I live in Kentucky, and I miss her. But I'm going to get to see her for too long. And then, as I do this, sometimes the pen gets a little dry, and you have to sort of prime it a little bit, it's fun to do this kind of coloring, and just know that you don't have to be a pro. No, you don't have to be a pro. I was a poet and didn't know it. And if you try new ideas with your coloring, you'll be surprised how much you can do with what you have. Certain things work better than others for some people. I enjoy, doing some highlights with these Artistro pens, and they seem like they do very well. And I really enjoy any kind of marker. There's all kinds of markers. I tried a lot of And I've given away a few. And I've sold a few. Try to get this thing back in shape. You kind of have to prime it, like I said. You kind of have to prime it. Prime it. Well, I'm going to finish these clouds, and then I'll get back with you when I finish the clouds. Well, we got through this episode of coloring, and I really had a lot of fun. And I hope that you did, and I hope you did too. Well, I'd like to say goodbye for this week. And if you like this video, just give me a bell, ring that bell, ring a bell, and just comment or even subscribe. So you take care of yourselves. God bless every one of you. And I hope to see you again. See you later. Bye.